Hello, this is Bobby. Copal TV repair with functionality pro video of a Vizio main board that was either repaired or sold by us. I don't know which of the two, but hopefully this should be enough. Apparently on February 16th of this year, and it was sent back because the TV that it was going into was not showing any image. This is the board with our panel on it. As you can notice, it is upside down and that is on many other videos you would see that. And it's because the T-con that we're using is for, I'll show something more other than on signal. Let's say I press menu, there you go. So again, the T-con that we're using is for the 42-inch model, where this is apparently a 55-inch. And so that board is working. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to stick the T-con that was sent along with the board. And this is also from a 42-inch model, the main board. And the reason I said it, I saw it here 3642. But the board doesn't matter. Well, for the image itself, this could have been 42 or 47 or 55. But since the T-con here on a 55-inch model is 42-inch, it's upside down. Which, you know, for testing purposes is quite fine. So I'm going to put pause, and if nothing interrupts that recording, I'm going to replace the T-con and put the one that came with the board. And we shall probably see nothing coming up. That's the most likely outcome. But we will see if that gets interrupted, then well, we'll just get in touch with the customer. Here I am back again, and this is the new T-con. As you can see, it's placed over the older one with not replaced. That's how we test them. Oh, but I forgot the connection. Of course, that's why it doesn't want to start well. Lucky you will see it from the beginning. And I was wondering why it wasn't working. So I forgot to put the data cable between the two, and then totally normally it didn't show up. Now this is, sorry if I'm not showing it well, but I'm looking at the board rather than okay, that's fine. So start over again. I just reconnected the plug, so it's going to start flashing in a minute, in a few seconds. It's going to flash for over a minute or so. In the meantime, while it's loading, every time after the main board has been disconnected from power, it's going to do that flashing, and this is what all these generation Vizios do. And what is happening is they're unloading the firmware, or if you want to call it the software, from the NAND memory, which is inside the chip, into the RAM, which happens to be also inside the chip, and then it executes it from the RAM, and that's where it runs it from for as long as there is power. It is done initializing, and that means I can turn it on, and what I'm expecting is to see backlight coming up, and if it does, then I will expect to see the Vizio logo. But if it doesn't, okay, the backlight did come up, but there is nothing at the front, and this is one of the common side effects. Common rather failure signs when that board is not good. Unfortunately, something similar may happen when that connection is not good, especially when this is not original cable. I do that several times just to make sure, but in this case we are suspecting that this is bad because we repaired that, we tested it here, we knew that it was good on the way back, and then customer reported that they're not getting anything. And this is again one of the effects of this being bad. So that should work. I mean, the next step is trying and fixing the T-con board and then getting back. But this is just functionality proof, showing the customer that we indeed send them a working board. It is very rare that both of those would go back together. Usually it is one at a time, but both of them are known to go bad, so it's not impossible. They don't correlate normally. Failure of one does not constitute failure in the other. It does not cause prompt, and that's why it is very rare. But it is what it is. Maybe I don't remember for what this was. Usually when those don't work, sometimes they may have the exact same appearance, but most of the time either the HDMIs don't work or the TV doesn't want to start. When this blocks like that, the TV is oftentimes unresponsive. It hangs and actually starts itself. This time it was responsive. When I did power on, it did what it was supposed to do. And in such cases, I would usually just reseat that again after checking that all the wire endings are fine. I would pull that again here, making sure that it's properly plugged, which in this case means evenly from both sides. And I'll try it once more. It started. Let's see if the backlight will come up. Yep, it did come up, but there is no Vizio. So, bad tick on. Connections up here cannot cause that. They can cause other problems, but not this. Image may be missing, too bright, and defects on the image, but I've never had it. It's possible, I guess, but I've never had it, and we're only touching those. So that's it. Thanks.